So Oneil Cruz really blew the world away in his 2022 debut. It wasn't his MLB debut. He made a few games last year, but I mean, how can you not blow the world away? He's a 6'7" shortstop, the tallest shortstop in MLB history, I believe. I mean, he began to prove people right almost right away. I mean, people were high on this guy coming in, questioning why the Pirates didn't have an up at the start of the year, but he's up now and he's looking good. I mean, he's got tools so special. It really raises the question, can he be one of the best players in the MLB?
Well, I mean, you and I, like you said, beginning to prove people right. You and I had him as our rookie of the year for the National League at the start of the year. We were those people that were like, how do the Pirates not have this guy on the opening day roster? But you mentioned those tools. He's fantastic. He may be a five-tool player already, and I think he has the potential to continue to be a five-tool player for the rest of his career. We can kind of get into some of those. We broke down each of the five. It's hitting for power, fielding, arm, and then speed. Hitting, he was a 275 hitter across over 1,700 at-bats in the minors. 2021 in AA and AAA, he batted .310 with an on-base percentage of .375, and we've seen him get off to a hot start across, it's only a handful of plate appearances, but hitting pretty well in the majors so far between the end of last year and the last couple days in the MLB for the Pirates.
Yeah, you mentioned he has the potential to have all these tools, and he kind of showed all of these tools in the first game as well. Keep getting into the tools. The next one we have is hitting for power. And he owns the record for hardest hit ball by a lefty at 122 miles per hour, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know how a ball can be hit 122 miles an hour.
No idea.
Especially by he's 23 now. I don't know what he was at the time, but second to is Shohei, so he's in good company there. Well, I guess he's in no company because he's in first there.
Yeah, but it's like 3 miles an hour because I think Shohei's was 119 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But I mean, he had 9 plate appearances last year. Got called up late. 2 barrels, including one at 118 miles an hour, and that's in the major leagues.
In his first plate appearance in the major leagues.
I think he had a double. Yeah, or in his season debut, that was 112. So he's obviously got hitting for power. He can hit the ball very hard. And he had a 594 slugging in AA and AAA last season. So, I mean, obviously this guy can hit for power. We've seen it. The metrics back it up. So that's tool number 2 right there.
Yeah, I think it's important. Like, not only does he hit the ball hard, he also, obviously, via the slugging percentage, lifts the ball, is able to elevate, able to turn it into doubles, triples, home runs, not just hard hit singles up the middle, which is what that 122 mile an hour one was. But it's clear across the minors and in the majors so far, he's able to elevate, he's able to slug for sure. So that's another part of hitting for power. Fielding is the tool that least jumps off the page. If I were to knock him one and call him a 4-tool player, it would probably be his fielding. This is the thing that most people are skeptical about, whether he can actually be 6'7" and still play shortstop. We haven't seen anyone do it before. It's really tough to be tall at that position. But we've seen Carlos Correa do it. I think he's, 6'5"-ish. And he was the Platinum Glove winner in the American League last year. We've seen Oneil Cruz be an average to above average fielder at shortstop. And I'm sure he'd make a good third baseman, or he'd make a good corner outfielder. So that fielding one is the tool that I think you're in between on. But look, if I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, call him a 5-tool player in the minors, a guy who can possibly come in, be a 5-tool player, one of the best infielders in baseball. This is fielding being his worst tool. That's a pretty good thing.
And coming off the fielding, that kind of plays into the fielding, is his arm, which is ridiculous. Last night, or not last night, in his season debut, he threw the ball at almost 97 miles an hour across the diamond. It was the hardest throw by the infielder this season. It was only 3 innings into his season debut. So obviously he's got the arm. And even if he's got a below average or a average-ish glove, the arm can very much make up for that. And you mentioned, I kind of think he'll make the move to a corner outfield sometime soon within the next few years. I think that's where he'll end up spending his career. But the arm and the speed, which is what we're going to get to next, that'll play in the outfield. That'll make his defense much better. And throwing 96 from the outfield, that's going to help.
I think I'd almost argue that an arm can make up for a glove better than a glove can make up for an arm. I think we've seen that with Fernando Tatis in the past couple of years, he's got a fantastic glove. He gets to every single ball, but his arm is so inaccurate that it makes people think he's not a good fielder. He's a great fielder. He just doesn't. I think combine that with his arm well enough with accurate throws to first. That's something he struggles with. But Cruz, with the ability to make up for the ground that maybe he'll lack getting as a 6'7" infielder, that arm is just wild. It was a crazy throw, and it was also just a perfect throw across the diamond. 97, got the runner by a step. That's something that will definitely contribute to a lot of outs above average for him. Speed as well. That's a tool he absolutely has. First 3 innings in his 2022 debut, the 3 highest sprint speeds for the Pirates all year. Swiped a bag as well, 33 stolen bases across AA and AAA. This dude can flat out run, and he looks like he's having fun when he does it. Runs, flies, his helmet flies off. He's wheeling around second and third. He's wild on the base paths in a good way. He's so fast.
Yeah, he's going to be very fun to watch. Like we mentioned, a guy who can hit for power, hit for contact, hit for power, has that arm, and can also steal 20 to 30 bases in a given season.
Okay, so all of that raises the question. He's got the tools. Can he put it all together? Do you think he can be not only one of the best infielders in baseball, like, do you have lofty enough expectations for him that he can be one of the best players in baseball?
Absolutely. I mean, this is the guy we mentioned. He's 6'7", so, I mean, he's got versatility. He's got the height. He's got the power. I think his ceiling is having as much power as Bryce Harper, and he's as fast as Trey Turner, throws as hard from across the diamond as Garrett Cole. And I do think he makes the move to outfield, but I think we're looking at a guy who will definitely be a top 10 player in baseball in a few years. And I think along with that, he's going to be one of the most entertaining players in baseball as well. I mean, even in his season debut, he was so fun to watch. He's already a very fun player to watch for me. I mean, that game was awesome. He's running around the bases. He's smiling as he's diving into third. He's throwing across at 97, throwing across the diamond. He's playing everything with a smile. It really looks like he's enjoying playing the game of baseball, which is, I think, very good for Major League Baseball and its fans.
I agree. We had him as the Rookie of the Year for a reason. Even though it took a while for the Pirates to call him up, I'm going to stick with that. I still think he wins NL Rookie of the Year, that we really haven't seen anyone jump off the page quite yet. Cruz did so in his first game. I think he can continue to do so for the Pirates, who have a lot of young talent. And then after this year, yeah, I believe Cruz has all the tools, all the potential to become not only one of the best infielders in baseball, but really one of those upper echelon types of talent, types of players. Being a 6'7" shortstop sets him apart. I mean, he plays with like the flair and the confidence of guys like Javi Baez and a lot of those other players with just tons of swagger on the field that everyone just loves to watch. And I mean, literally, every time he hit a home run, because the Pirates took so long to call him up in the minors this year, he would look at his watch like, when are you going to call me up? He knows he's that good. He plays with that much confidence. He celebrates. You love to watch Oneil Cruz. But then also having 4 of, if not all 5 of the 5 tools, gives him, in my opinion, just one of the chances to be one of the best players in baseball. I really think that with his skill set, he can be kind of like a lefty Fernando Tatis Jr.
Absolutely. He's going to be fun to watch for a long time in the MLB. He's only 23, so he's going to be, hopefully the Pirates re-sign him like they did with Ke'Bryan Hayes, and he's going to be the face of the Pirates for a while. And speaking of that, how about them Pirates? I mean, looks like they're on track with this rebuild. I mean, now you got Oneil Cruz up. You got Ke'Bryan Hayes, Brian Reynolds. You still have under control for a few more years if they can extend him. That would be great for them. And then also in the farm, they still have Quinn Priester, Henry Davis, Nick Gonzalez. So those are 3 very good prospects that can come up. That's a catcher, second baseman, and a pitcher. So with that, I mean, that's almost a full infield, an outfielder, and a pitcher. I mean, that those are some guys that you can build around, and it just looks like the Pirates could be dangerous come a few years.
We've seen Rowanzi Contreras as well, who I believe is, if not their second best pitching prospect in baseball, come up, make a couple starts this year. There's a lot of promising players in that Pirates organization. I think if you supplement that with a couple good free agent signings, maybe a veteran pitcher or two, a pitcher in his late 20s that can bolster the rotation while Priester, Contreras get their legs underneath them, maybe another outfielder to go along with Brian Reynolds, or you trade Brian Reynolds for a couple more prospects. If they can supplement it with a couple good moves, tip a couple dominoes over, the Pirates could really make some moves, especially in the NL Central, which right now, I mean, we mentioned it's the worst division in baseball by, I think, a clear, wide margin. Right now, even the two top teams haven't done anything to separate themselves, being the Brewers and the Cardinals. The Brewers aren't the youngest team in baseball. The Cardinals are, but they also have some older stars, Adam Wainwright, Paul Goldschmidt. Nolan Arenado's getting up there a little bit. Yachty is going to have to be replaced this year. The Pirates, this division's up for grabs. They could grab it in a couple of years, and I wouldn't be surprised. A big piece of that is going to be Oneil Cruz. I mean, he's a freak athlete. He's a freak on the field too. 6'7". You almost never see that in general, as well as being at shortstop. So he's going to be a big, important part to this rebuild. I think the ceiling is the sky's the limit for him.
Yeah, and I think we're in agreement that we're all excited to watch Oneil Cruz do his thing this season. And for his career, I mean, he's going to be very fun to watch, great for baseball. And I think it's going to make the MLB interesting if the Pirates can, make the rebuild and then be one of those strong contender teams again, like they were 6 to 8 years back.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I'm very sure that's all we got on Oneil Cruz. This dude is going to be an absolute monster in the majors. I'm super excited to keep watching him. Picked him up in our fantasy league. I was a little late on it, and I didn't see that anyone had picked him up, and I was like, I cannot believe that I was able to snag him after he put up 8 fantasy points in his debut,
and I had drafted him, but then he gets sent to the minors. So
yeah, he was one of those players that didn't really benefit from the new CBA. The Pirates still kept him in the minors. Wanted to see a little bit more, I guess, from a dude who came up in 9 appearances. His first plate appearance, hit a ball 118 miles an hour. I don't know what else they had to look for, but I think I'm super excited to keep watching Oneil Cruz. I'm sticking with it. Are you for Rookie of the Year still sticking with it?
I think so, just because no one in the NL has separated themselves. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Oneil Cruz. Rookie of the Year. He's going to have an insane couple of months here.
Yeah, I think so. And then watch out for those Pirates. If you guys are watching on YouTube, please leave us a comment letting us know what you think about Oneil Cruz. Where do you project his future is going to go? Do you think he can be one of the best players in baseball like we do? Are you a little bit more skeptical? We want you to let us know. And then speaking of those 5-tool players, I think sometime soon down the road, we're going to have a discussion about who all of the 5-tool players are in baseball. I think it's a limited number of people because you've got to have all 5 of them. If we were judging right now, maybe Cruz doesn't have the fielding, but there are definitely guys in baseball that have 5 tools. Even little spoiler, Shohei Ohtani might have 6 tools, but let us know who you guys think are some of the 5-tool players, and maybe in our next discussion we can be the official judges and go over your guys' submissions. Also, since this is a new YouTube channel and we've done a whole new rebrand, I'd like to direct you guys to our links down in the description of the video. We've got a new Instagram. We've got our Twitter was rebranded as well. Go follow us on TikTok. And then on this YouTube channel, we really need you guys' help and support with a like, hitting the notification bell, subscribing, and then leaving a bunch of comments on our videos. So let us know you're here, that you're on the road for this double play baseball journey. We're so excited to have you guys. And I know, Ryan, I was pumped to talk about Oneil Cruz today.
Absolutely. We appreciate you guys. And watch out for Oneil Cruz and watch out for them Buccos.